Hello friends. Today's topic is Islamic fundamentalism. Question is, why did Islamic fundamentalism emerge in Western Asia or Middle East? We will try to find the answer of this question. Islamic fundamentalism is the most noted manifestation of dysfunctional relationship between state and society. What does it mean? It means Islamic fundamentalism emerged in Western Asia. It is because of not having the proper relationship between the states and Islamic society. We will try now to how the relationship between this state and society. So most of the West Asian states are authoritarian or having the dictatorship or having the monarchy. Now, the Islamic states has the or Islamic society has the anti-authoritarian state. The people of Islam follow the rules of a ruler if the ruler's command are in line with the God's laws. That means if the rulers instruct the people according to the Quranic injunction, then the people followed the orders of their ruler. If these orders are not according to the Quranic injunction or God's law, then people are not bound to follow the rules of their ruler. And as I have already said that these rulers or these states are authoritarians. Many times they were not following the Quranic injunction, and so people were not bound to follow, and automatically it led to the emergence of Islamic fundamentalist organization like Muslim Brotherhood, Hamas, or Hizbul in Western Asia or Middle East. The second aspects of this relationship between state and society is the economy. If you see all the Western Asian states, most of the Western Asian states are very rich. They are very wealthy, and this wealth had come from the natural resources like petrol or crude oil. Because of this, states are wealthy, and they need not bother to impose taxes on the people, or they had imposed very less taxes on the people, as people were not paying more taxes to the government, so they were not demanding too much from the government. And it is observed that in any state, if the taxes are less imposed, the states are less representative of the people. Similarly, the wealth of that states were also used by these authoritarian states for using the police and military. And so we find that in all these states, these police or military are very powerful, and these were used by this authoritarian state to repress these Islamic fundamentalist organization or common man. Another aspects in this relation between state and society is the globalization. So this Islamic fundamentalism had started from around 1980 onwards. You know that Iranian revolution took place in 1979. So we can say that it is the starting point of the development of Islamic fundamentalism. The globalization, which started from 1980 in Western Asia, has caught the Arab world at a bad demographic moment. What does it mean? From 1980 onwards, these Western Asian states went through massive youth bulge. What do you mean by the youth bulge? Youth bulge means the population in the age group of 15 to 25. So most of these Western Asian states had these youth bulge from 1980s onwards. And this youth birth is always threat to the any state. If you see the history, so French Revolution took place in 1789, and if you see the population of the France during this period, we find the largest or massive youth births during this period. If you see the USA, in 1968 there was a huge social unrest in USA, and one major reason was the this massive youth birth. Even in Iran in 1979, Iranian revolution took place, and it was heavily supported by this massive youth bulge. And this youth bulge uh, had supported these Islamic fundamentalist organizations like Muslim Brotherhood, Hamas, or Hezbollah. Another point which we can discuss in the relation of state and society are the political system. So I use the word political desert. Political desert means there is no political institutions, no opposition parties, no election system. For that I use the word political desert. So most of the western states are the political deserts. In such situation, there are few ways for the descent of the people or population. So automatically, if there is no ways for descent, so mosques became the place to discuss the politics, and people used to come there and used to discuss the thing. So politics and religion are combined here, which has proven to be combustible. And even these so apart from that, there are also other points which we can explain in this state and society relationship. That is, these Islamic fundamentalists, they have also acted as a civil society. Everyone know that what is the role of civil society. So civil society play the role, or civil society provided a lot of social services. Similarly, these Islamic fundamentalist organizations had provided many social services to the people. For example, they were providing education, they were providing shelter, they were providing the health facilities, and automatically, because of this common man in Islamic society had a sympathy towards this Islamic fundamentalist. And finally, we will discuss the relation between the state and society through the education. So education system in this Islamic society is run by medieval minded religious bureaucrats, and these bureaucrats were most of the time funded by the states, and all these factors finally combine to create the discord between state and society. And as this discord becomes more and more intensive, that led to the emergence of or aggressiveness of Islamic fundamentalists. Thank you for watching my video.